Hey, Joe here, your reliability man, bridging the gap between best practices and your reality. Today, I'm going to be answering a question from Joel. In summary, it's best steps to get management support for a reliability effort. But here's the question from Joel. If a company has been a small company, but rapid growth is changing us into a medium-sized company, how does maintenance and reliability gain emphasis that it deserves? We're lean, but we've always had a slow season to catch up on our PM work. The slow season has suddenly disappeared and management expects the lines to run non-stop. I can't seem to bridge this lack of understanding with anyone in charge of the production schedule. First, if you like what you're hearing from Reliability Man Joe here, hit subscribe and ring that bell. And we still have our question challenge going on. So you ask a question in the comments or send it to my email, which is linked below. The first three of them I'm going to answer in a video, just like I'm doing here. Okay, so you heard the question. In summary, is like, hey, I can't get management support for what I need to do, and things are changing, business is growing. So I've got 7 parts to an answer, and I'll try to get that done in under just 6 or 7 minutes here. Number 1, welcome to the 365-day a year club, Joel. Asking the company to turn away business, that's not where we want to be. We want more stable jobs. We want more stable manufacturing. We want to hire more people. This is great. It's a losing argument to say, hey, let's turn away some production. So we got to make it work. We got to go for the win. So let's do it. Okay. So number 2, what can you do with PDM? I heard you mention time-based maintenance, PMs, but PDM is a great way to find problems very early in the failure cycle, and you do it while the equipment's running. So what can PDM do? If you don't have a PDM going on right now, hey, start with ultrasonic emissions, UE. Find a contractor to come in. UE, you can blanket a plant very quickly, very cheaply, very efficiently, and see your anomalies. So start with UE if you're doing nothing right now. Very cheap. Give me a ring, and I can recommend somebody that'll do that for you. So, understand the PDF curve, is part of understanding where condition monitoring falls into your overall equipment maintenance plan. And if you put in that PDM, what PMs can be eliminated? Eliminated best, or taken maybe from a 1-month inspection to like a once a quarter or even annually if you're doing that condition monitoring. Involve production in that process. So what can PDM do for you? Okay, number 3, look hard at the PM work that you're doing. Can you nest some of the work? Can you flex up resources? So you got 5, 6 people at your plant in crafts, and you're only down for, 2 hours once a month. Can you flex that up with contractors, with overtime? How can you do that? If you've had a week to do something in the past, you don't have that anymore. So how can you nest work? Can you stage work better? And I've had videos out on that. Stage work, like an Indianapolis 500 pit crew. Get everything ready to go. When you got that car in the pits, you hit it hard and get it done in 8 seconds. So how can you nest work and get work done more efficiently? Consider a PM Kaizen. I have another video on that of where you're diving into the PM. How can we, optimize the efficiency of that by reducing the time, reducing the frequency, reducing the number of people, and then take into account what's based on fear and what's based on failure mode and what you can do with condition monitoring. So take a hard look at your PM. See if you can reduce that by 50%. Just lock yourselves in a room, say we're going to reduce the time by 50%, the downtime of the equipment to what we've historically done. Number 4, take this and provide these, this changes in PDM and PM, and present a new condition equipment maintenance plan to management. Don't wait to be asked for it. Just say, okay, guys, given the new volumes, here's my equipment maintenance plan. Compare and contrast what you've done historically, like if you had a 2-week shutdown, okay, 3-week shutdown, typically. So here's what we've typically done. Then just scale up, to your traditional practices at this new volume, and maybe you have to have 6 weeks down twice a year. And then compare that to this new equipment maintenance plan that you created with PDM and with the efficiencies you drove in your PMs from a PM Kaizen. And you got to sell it. You got to sell it. Okay, so number 5, I'm on the home stretch here. Education. At the same time you reveal your new equipment maintenance plan, you got to educate people that maintenance, the definition of maintenance is to maintain performance. It's not to enhance anything. It's not a luxury item. It's to maintain performance. And your job as a maintenance manager, which Joel is to maximize the efficiency of the work being done and make sure you're using the best technology. Use the car analogy. We all love it in this field. The car analogy, the maintenance people at the shop are not responsible for my car's reliability. They're responsible for telling me what to do and doing it efficiently. If I don't take my car in to get the oil changed, to rotate the tires, and to change my fluids, it's my fault. So use that car analogy. If there's a reliability issue on a piece of equipment, asset owners need to look in the mirror. So you got to do that education at the same time as you're deploying this new equipment maintenance plan. Okay, then number 6, track the equipment health. While I don't know the equipment that Joel runs, there could be a degradation in quality and in throughput between PMs. Watch that and then create a business case for changing it, okay? You should be plotting unplanned downtime and equipment maintenance costs. Plot those every month and show the trends and how the current equipment maintenance plan is working, good or bad, okay? 7, look for opportunities to go and see. When equipment fails, grab somebody by the arm and walk them out there and show them. It's different seeing a failure in the field while you're repairing it than it is a week later in an email that this equipment went down for 2 hours, okay? It's completely different. You people learn by seeing. So help them by seeing and be that escort. Do that one-on-one so people can ask somewhat embarrassing questions, and there may be just a lack of understanding and some fear in dealing with equipment. So go take them out one-on-one and try to educate them on what's going on, what you'd like to do different. So those are my 7 steps that I've recommended to Joel and perhaps several of you other out there. All of these are within your control. You don't have to have management support to do any of these things. You can't expect to return to the past. It's actually good that your business is going through these changes of more volume. Getting sponsorship, and it's a sales job. You've got to sell. You can't just send somebody an email or saying we really should be doing maintenance. You got to constantly be selling. I've had other videos out on hey, send out 2 a week email blast on PDM fines, on PM fines, on inspection fines, on new technology, new levels of performance. You got to sell what you're doing. You are in a sales job. That's just plain and simple. And you're selling stable and improved throughput. You don't want lower throughput. You're selling stable and improved throughput. So sell it, sell it, sell it. So your LDR action for the week. What actions did you take last week to sell the need for a reliability culture? What did you do last week, this management support that you lack? What actions did you take? Write them down on a piece of paper. This is what I did to help sell. Again, you can contact me. You got my email below. Still got our question challenge going on. And hit subscribe. Let me know you're listening. Thank you very much.